All right, so have you ever heard the words Git and GitHub and just felt your brain kind of short circuit? Yeah, you are so not alone. These tools are like super important if you're into coding, but let's be real, they can seem crazy confusing when you first start. So in the next few minutes, we're going to clear all that fog away for good.
This is a real quote from someone on Reddit, and honestly, it just captures so perfectly how a ton of people feel. So I want to be super clear. This is a total judgment-free zone. Our only mission here is to explain all this stuff in a way that actually, makes sense.
So to really get why tools like Git even exist, we got to start with a problem that, well, I guarantee every single one of us has dealt with.
Oh man, we've all been here, right? Doesn't matter if it's an essay, a design, or code. Your project folder just explodes into this graveyard of old versions. It's pure chaos. You're staring at the screen like, which one is the actual final version? And good luck trying to find that one tiny change you made 3 versions ago. It's an absolute nightmare.
And that messy nightmare, that is exactly what Git was born to solve. It's this really elegant, powerful fix for a problem we all have.
At its core, Git is what's called a version control system. Now that sounds super technical, but it's really just a fancy term for a simple idea. It's a system that keeps a perfect, detailed history of every single change you make.
Honestly, the best way to think about Git is as a time machine, but for your code. So instead of saving a dozen different files, you have just one project. And Git gives you this amazing power to travel back to any point in its history. Did you accidentally delete something important? No big deal. Just fire up the time machine and go back.
So how does this time machine actually do its thing? Well, whenever you get to a good stopping point in your work, you tell Git to take a snapshot of your whole project. And that snapshot, it's called a commit. Think of it like a permanent save point in a video game. It's a safe checkpoint you can always go back to. And that is so freeing. It means you can experiment, you can break stuff, you can try new ideas without ever worrying about messing up your project for good. Okay, to make these commands feel a little less codey and a little more real, let's use a Lego analogy. I love this one. So, git add. That's like picking out the specific Lego pieces you're going to use for the next part of your model. Then git commit is like taking a photo of what you've built so far. It's a snapshot, right? A permanent record. Now, what if you want to try a wild new idea, but you don't want to mess up your masterpiece? You use git branch. That's basically like getting a fresh copy of the instruction manual to go experiment with. And git log, well, that's just your photo album, where you can flip through all the pictures of your past Lego creations.
So we've got Git, our personal time machine on our computer. But then you hear about GitHub. And this, right here, is where a lot of the confusion kicks in. Let's just tackle this question head on. Is GitHub just another word for Git? The answer is a big fat no. They are definitely two different things, but they work together perfectly.
Here's probably the simplest way to break it down. Git is the tool on your computer, kind of like Microsoft Word. It's what you use to write your stuff and track all the changes. GitHub, on the other hand, is the website in the cloud where you store and share all that work, just like Google Docs. It's the social collaborative space for your projects.
Yeah, you can really think of GitHub as a mix between a social network and a cloud drive, like Google Drive but built specifically for code. It's a place to back up your projects, see what cool things other people are building, and team up.
And it's that teaming up part, the collaboration, that really makes GitHub so special. It has totally changed the game for how people can build things together. So let's say you're browsing GitHub and you find this amazing project, and you get an idea for how to make it even better. Your first step is usually something called forking. It sounds kind of weird, but all it means is making your own personal copy of their project. It's exactly like getting your own Lego blueprint to play with and build on without messing with the original one at all.
This all leads to this really beautiful, simple way of working together. First, you fork the project to get your own copy. Second, you go and make your awesome improvements. And third, you send something called a pull request. That's really just a polite way of showing the original creator your changes and asking them, hey, could you pull my cool new stuff into your main project? It's how millions of developers build incredible things together every day.
Okay, so we've got a way to track our history and a way to collaborate. But what about all the boring, repetitive stuff we have to do? Well, this is where GitHub throws in one more piece of magic: your own personal robot assistant.
I love this quote from an explainer. It says, imagine you have a personal assistant, like Batman's Robin, who just handles all the chores for you. Well, GitHub basically has one of those built right in. Okay, maybe it can't make coffee, at least not yet.
This built-in assistant is called GitHub Actions, and it's basically an automation engine that you can program to handle tasks for you. You just give it a checklist, and your little robot assistant gets right to work.
So what kind of stuff can this robot do? Well, every time you save a new change, it can automatically run a bunch of tests to make sure you didn't break anything. If the tests pass, it can automatically publish your website so it's live on the internet. It can even send you a message on Slack when it's done. Basically, it handles all the tedious but super important chores, which frees you up to focus on the fun part, being creative and building awesome things.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. Let's just take a breath and pull everything together into one clear, simple picture.
So here's what you really need to remember. Think of it like gaining 3 new superpowers. First, you get Git, your personal safety net, a time machine that lets you undo literally any mistake. Second, you get GitHub, your community playground, a cloud gallery to share your work and team up with people. And third, you get GitHub Actions, your own robot assistant, your secret weapon for automating the boring stuff so you can stay focused on creating. When you boil it all down, Git gives you a save button for your entire creative process. So I'll just leave you with this little thought. We've been talking about a time machine for code, but what else in your life could really use that same power? That same ability to experiment, to create without fear, and to just hit rewind.